I really don't know what this vlog is. I don't even know what I'm gonna title it because I don't know what the hell is going on. This week we're gonna work on just figuring out what the hell I want to do. Okay, hello. I feel a little awkward because I've never actually filmed in public, but I didn't want to be in the studio today and I wanted to just get outside. It's a really beautiful day today. It's a little bit warm. I also apologize for the lighting. I'm working with a new camera, so I'm figuring it out. We're at the library parking lot. I used to do this thing when I was in high school. Whenever I didn't want to be home, I would go to the library parking lot and do my work in my car. And that's what we're doing today. It's a really beautiful scenery outside my local library. The library itself kind of sucks. No offense to my library, but I don't really care for it. So I just go outside and use their free Wi-Fi and enjoy their nice scenery. And so I wanted to do a little bit of a what's in my bag since I didn't do it back at the house because I kind of just wanted to get out of the house as fast as possible. I want to try painting today. So I brought my big boy, my monstrosity. I brought my Maya gouache. Was it a bit excessive for me to bring this whole thing? Probably. But I brought it. I haven't used it in a few months, so it might be all dried out. I tried splitting with some water earlier to let it set, but hopefully it works enough for me to paint today. I brought my iPad and a watercolor sketchbook. This is actually, somebody is parked in front of where I'm filming and I'm a little concerned. But anyways, this is like the Master's Touch Hobby Lobby generic brand watercolor book thing. I don't know how good it is. I've never used it, but it was cheap. It was on sale and I got it. So that's what we have. And then I brought the book I'm reading, The Cruel Prince. I'm almost done with it and I would really like to finish it today because I'm kind of tired of being in the world. And then I brought a journal because I've been journaling a lot more lately, as in the last day. And then I brought some snacks. And that's pretty much it. Hello. Welcome back. It has been a minute, maybe a week or so, since I have done any vlogging. That's just because I've been living my life. But it is Tuesday, June, I do believe it's the 13th. Yes, Tuesday, June 13th. And it is about 3:30 p.m. And we've just entered the studio today. I did, of course, work as I do every single day. The plan for today, the plan originally was to edit my May video. I actually don't know the structure. In my mind, this is the first video of this vlog. If it's not, I'll take that out. But I'm pretty sure. But I only have one hard drive. I've been using the same hard drive since I was in college. And it's full. And it keeps being full. And I'm too cheap to buy a new one. So. But since I probably won't be able to actually do any editing today, instead of wallowing in those tears, I think we're going to do some art. Maybe. Also, before we proceed, you've already seen it, my studio drink today is a ginger ale because I am quite nauseous today. I took off of work next week. And I honestly did it because I feel like I haven't been prioritizing myself and my time. I am taking a self-care week next week for mental health and art reasons, so. Oh my gosh, I started a new book and I wanted to show you guys, but it's downstairs, so I'm not going to show you now, but I'll show you later. But those are all my updates for right now. So I'm going to get on this condensing of my folders, and then I guess we'll get into whatever I decide to get into. I don't know. So I'm checking back in because it's been a few hours. I think last time I checked in it was like, what, 3:30? It's now 6 o'clock and I've done nothing that I said I was gonna do. I got caught up applying for a job because, you know, I have a day job and blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking for a new job, but that's besides the point. It took me 2.5 hours to apply to that job. I just don't understand. Like, job applications really take the life out of you. I want to vent about job applications, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to be all negative up in here. But the one thing that I did accomplish was I decided to make a list of all the things that I would do if given the time in June. If, like, I didn't have to sleep and I didn't have a job and blah, 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 and if I had the money, this is the list. I'm not gonna read them out to you, but I'll put a picture here if you want to see it. It's, you know, it's just a cute short list, but it's just to kind of organize my thoughts a little bit, get it all out on paper. I only have about 2 more hours left in the studio today, and I want to do some art. So I think that...
So, I love this one. Alright, the next book is my... would be a bit much, but he sent out, and let me tell you, eggs were...
My original plan was to go and read my book at the cafe, but I forgot the book, and so I guess it's too late. So I want to show you guys, other than getting clothes from the thrift store, I found 2 books. I found Survive the Night, which was a book of the month book. It's like brand new. I'm assuming this person read it, didn't like it, and donated it. So I'm assuming it's a thriller. I think I remember seeing this on Book of the Month too. I just didn't want it. Skipped over this month, I do believe, but I found it at the store for $4. They're kind of, the thrift books are getting a little pricey because $4 is a bit expensive for thrift books, but the used bookstore also sells for $4, so I'm not gonna complain. So I got that, brand new. And then I got the Stephen King book, and it's part of a 7-part series. I think this is the last book of the 7-part series, if I'm not wrong. And I don't own the rest of the series. I don't even know what the series is about, but like, I really liked the cover. And I don't know if he's a cowboy, but I think he's a cowboy. And I will read any story about a cowboy. I just feel like, I want to feel like I'm in Red Dead, you know? It says monsters, demons, narrow escapes, and magic portals. And then there's a cowboy on the front. So I'm like, I have to read this, right? So I bought this, and I'm gonna look into getting the rest of the series. I'm gonna start with the first one, obviously, but it was only $4. This is a big ass book, and I decided I wanted to buy it just in case I do like the series. The only thing is that the pages are very yellow, because I'm pretty sure it's a pretty old book. It was probably like in somebody's attic for forever. That's my mini haul. The rest of it's just clothes, which I'm not gonna show you because I need to wash my clothes anyways. I'm about to go put it in the wash. I've been filming for my like reels and TikTok and whatnot all day, so that's like why I went out, and we're about to go painting. So this is the intro for today. Hi, it's, I don't know, sometime. Oh, it's 1:30 p.m. I have a day off from work. I work tomorrow, I worked yesterday, day off today. I went to go get coffee from my favorite coffee shop, but I got it iced, and I usually get it hot because I don't like iced lattes. But It's hot outside, so I got iced, and I still don't like iced lattes. It's a 3 out of 5 for me. I think it would be good for people who like iced lattes, not for me. But I love their hot latte version of this, and it's a Spanish latte. Did I say it's a Spanish latte? It's a Spanish latte. It's delicious. Anyways, I gotta go fill up my air. I gotta go fill up the air in my tire, and then I gotta go paint. And we're gonna paint outside today. It is warm, but it's not excruciating like usual DMV summers are. Probably because it's still June, but it's not like humid or anything. So I'm gonna set up a table out in front of my house and just paint out there. I think it's only supposed to get like a few degrees hotter by like 2 o'clock, and it's almost 2 o'clock now, so I'm assuming this is the hottest it gets. If things change, we'll have to move inside, but it's also warm in here, so I'd rather be outside. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking. I've tried to record this video like 3 times already, but I'm taking care of my husband's dog while he's at work, and he won't chill out. He just keeps barking at everything. This is a very special week because I do not have work this week. Cosmo, would you like to come in? Thank you. He's such a cutie. He just gets on my damn nerves. Anyways, last week I wasn't doing great mentally, and I was really struggling with understanding what I'm doing and my purpose. But I was having some type of crisis where I didn't know if I should stay at my job or leave and do art full time, even though it doesn't make me any money. But one of the reasons why it doesn't make me any money is because I don't have time to commit my life to this. I end up only sleeping about 4 hours every night. I sleep less now than I did when I was in college. It's just on a schedule, so it makes it seem like it's better, but it's really not. I literally start my day at 4:30 a.m. and then I don't end up going to bed until 11 p.m. and it's just not really plausible. Before I even had my mental breakdown, I'm so grateful that something in me told me that I needed to take off this week, because I had a mental breakdown on Friday, but I had taken off this week on Monday. Thank you to pass me, because I really needed this break. I would be at work right now, coming home from work right now, and I'd be so incredibly tired. But yeah, but I'm so excited. It's like I have a whole week to do absolutely anything I want. This week we're gonna work on just figuring out what the hell I want to do. I miss being unemployed so bad. I literally loved being unemployed. Unemployed and freeloading was the best time. I was depressed, but it was the best time ever. I'm gonna stop talking so we can get into this vlog though. I'm gonna edit probably for the next 6 hours. So let's lock in. Good morning. It is actually morning this time. It is barely, it's 10:42, but we still made morning. Yeah, so it's a new day today. And like I said yesterday, there wasn't gonna be a lot of footage. I literally edited the whole time, and recording me editing is just so boring, so I don't like to put them in anymore. Yesterday I did some reading in my book. I'm reading, what is it called? The Adventures of Amina al-Sarafi. Can't really see it very well, but it's okay. I got to page 139, so chapter 10 yesterday, which was pretty good. I think I read for maybe like 2.5 hours, and I'm a slow reader. I read at the pace that you'd be talking in, and so I I can't read fast. It's just not something I can do. And this is a book where like I have to constantly reread some parts. So I only progressed maybe 50 pages, I want to say. But to me, that's a good amount. It is taking me a little bit longer to read this book than other books. No, but I'm really enjoying this book. I am so enjoying this book, and I really want to read this some more today, but today is a painting day. That took me so long to get to that point. Also, before we continue, studio drink today, and my favorite summer mug. Hallmark store mugs are like really hit or miss, but when they hit, they hit. Also, the Hallmark channel has books. I was gonna ask, I'm part of this Hallmark Discord group, and I don't really talk in it much unless it's Christmas season because I really don't watch Hallmark other than Christmas season. I think I kind of want to watch some today though because I really do love the Hallmark channel. I know that's a crazy thing to like, but I do like the Hallmark channel. But I wanted to ask them if any of them have read the Hallmark books because I really want to know, like, are they bad? Are they enjoyable as much as the Hallmark movies? I can't speak today. Anyways, we're gonna do some painting today. I want to paint on canvas today because I have not painted on canvas in forever. I'm trying to think. I don't know what size canvas I want to do, but I've had this nice long boy next to my desk for the past month or so, and so a part of me kind of wants to do this. However, I'm wondering if I should do like a story type because I really like paintings where there's like a story going on type thing. So it's like sometimes people use like different times of day, sometimes it's just like one long field but there's multiple things going on. I really like busy paintings. I don't know if you guys know that. I feel like it's pretty obvious that I like busy paintings. Like if you've seen my last painting vlog, that's a busy painting. So I'm just working on my lighting and making it less sore on the eyes is what I'm working on at the moment. We could also do though, imagine a lengthwise one where the top is like the tippy top of the sky and the bottom is like the ground. But I don't know if I like that idea. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna do it this way. I think I'm gonna do it this way because that's what this long painting, if you've seen on my Instagram, I haven't posted about it in a long time because I haven't touched it in a long time. Because honestly, I saw it going in a bad direction and I think it could be good. Ooh. I think it could be good. I think that I'm lacking some of the skills to finish that pace though. That's the only reason why I'm not finishing it. People keep asking me about it. It's gonna take me forever and I'm lacking some skills. I think I'm gonna try to, the goal for that is to get it done by next spring. It's just how it's gonna be. It was a spring painting and it's about to be summer. Also, it's a cloudy day today and I love cloudy days in the studio, so I'm really excited. Also, I uploaded a reel this morning, so if you haven't seen it, go see it. I love having time. Y'all never told me that having time is fun. I've come to the realization that it's better to use natural nature as a reference rather than fantasy photos. I used to think that looking at other people's fantasy drawings or renderings would help me expand my creativity. So I spent about 30 minutes looking at fantasy photos on Pinterest and I just could not find any inspiration for anything that I would want to do. That was not the same as other people's drawings, of course. And then I'd realized I had gone over to my Save Nature Pinterest board. It's very hard to create something out of something that's already been created. For me, personally, it's easier to create something that is of nature and build onto that because the belief hasn't been suspended yet. So when looking at other people's fantasy renderings and drawings and illustrations, the suspension of belief has already been established. And so it's hard to build onto something that has already been altered. And so I ended up using 2 reference photos from nature. And I am doing a little bit of tracing, but what I do usually is I merge multiple photos together. I do a bit of tracing on the iPad, switch some stuff around, move some things around, add mountains, take away mountains, add trees, take away trees. So you'll see me tracing some art. It's just to help me understand the spacing and where I want stuff at. But when I take it into my actual paintings, it's gonna obviously look a lot different. I love that I learn something new every day. I know now that, you know, I can look at fantasy photos, but it doesn't really necessarily mean that I'm gonna find anything from it, and that I waste less of my time looking at the thing that actually interests me, which is nature, because there's so much that I feel like a lot of us overlook because we live in this world and then we always want something more. But the fact of the matter is that all of us have not experienced the beauty of this world, and we just assume that it's not good enough for us, but it's because you're not looking at it right. It's because you're looking at it through a lens of, because it exists, it's not that great. That is our semi-deep talk for the day. And then our rendering is done and we're ready to start painting. And I'm really excited because this rendering is so cute. I love this. I'm like, honestly, I would post this as a regular drawing. I want to work on the coloring just a little bit more because I'm like that. Because sometimes my sketches are so messy that if I take a break, if I take a second to myself and I come back, I don't remember what the point of the drawing was or the purpose of the drawing because it's just a big blob of mess. That big painting that I have is one of the reasons why I also haven't finished it, is because I don't really understand the sketch that I sketched out in the first place. I know, I never stopped working. I need to just... My studio is an absolute mess. But like, there's nothing I can do about it because there's not enough room to like put anything anywhere. And so a part of me feels like I should just start packing shit up that I'm not gonna use, like my model making stuff and my embroidery stuff, because I plan to move within the next year and there's just so much shit in here that does not fit. I need a bigger studio. But like, this is the biggest studio I've ever had and it's still too small for my stuff. I don't understand. I haven't even bought anything new. That's the crazy part. It's just like in the damn way. Sometimes I wish that I was an illustrator, like strictly an illustrator, so that I could just have a desk and that's my whole setup. I hate opening this damn thing. No, that's not right. Why do I never know how to open this damn thing? Ah! Oh, you know what? I'm painting this lengthwise. I just realized. I need more space than this. Okay. Because I'm painting this lengthwise, table's gotta move. Because this don't really fit. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Or we could just move. Pause. I might just move my painting spot. So the problem is, right? I could put my painting spot over here or over there, but to record, I would have to close all my windows and I don't want to have to do that. So for content reasons, I would have to have my painting facing this way. So I'd have to be, you know what I mean? But like, that side of the room the way this room is set up is so inconvenient. It's so inconvenient. Taking the hoodie off. My room is so incredibly disorganized that it's driving me absolutely insane. Everything is in the way. Like, everything is in the way. So I am about to, I don't know, rearrange some stuff. I don't know how. There's nowhere to put anything. So what if I move this table over onto that wall again? I think it used to be over on that wall. I can't really remember because I've moved this room around 20 million times. This is my favorite setup except for when I have to paint, which is the whole point of me having a studio. So I need to figure out something a little bit better. My white table onto that wall and move all that stuff somewhere else because that shit is annoying me. Do you see the mess? Do you see my stress? Because, okay, so this is the door. And then you walk in and this big ass table is in the way. That's my only thing. But if I clear out this space, I feel like, I don't know how. Bro, I don't know. I somehow forgot to film my updated room. So this is me like a month later while I was editing. But here is, I put the desk over here. It's a mess. Please don't look at it. Everything in here is a mess. This is my little painting area. This is just permanently here at this point. They're just gonna be in the way all the time. And then the desk is over here. My slippers are underneath. This thing is here right now because I was painting this mural. This mural ended up being really bad and I just didn't finish it. So this is staying here for right now. And, you know, this is all in the same spot. It's the best setup so far. I have an actual designated painting spot now. The last time I checked in was when I started this painting, and it is now 4:10, and we've only gotten the under sketch done, kind of. I messed up some of the proportions on it, but honestly it's fine, like I'll fix it later. I actually have somewhere to be, and so I gotta leave here in like 20 minutes. I had from Rita's, I forgot what they're called. They're kind of like blizzards, but Rita's version of a blizzard. And I've got it with vanilla custard and apple pie topping and caramel. And it was really good, but it made my tummy hurt. So I also haven't really eaten since this morning. So having some ice cream probably wasn't the best idea. Did not finish my coffee. I ran out of my oat milk, and so I used my husband's almond milk, but I can't stand almond milk when it tastes like almonds, and that tastes like straight nuts, and I just couldn't do it, so I never finished my coffee, and I'm really sad about it. Hello. It is now Wednesday. It is 5:32. Here's the situation. I was gonna paint this morning, obviously. I was trying to get my dog into the vet, and last night they texted me and they were like, hey, we have availability today at 10 a.m. And I was like, got you, I'll do it. That took up my entire morning because I had to drive down an hour to go get the dog and then drive half an hour to go to the vet. And then it ended up being a bunch of stuff. My dog is fine. He just has an ear infection. Poor baby. And then my husband had to go to work, so I had to go get the dog's stuff because the dog now has to live here for a bit. And it's a whole thing. So it took us until like maybe 2 o'clock to get home. And then, you know, I had my coffee, so my studio drink is going. I'm sorry, I can't show it to you, but we do have water today in the studio. We just entered the studio. I didn't get home last night until like 10 p.m., so didn't paint yesterday after my last check-in. But I'm really excited to start this bad baby. The only thing I'm gonna do before I start though is I do want to fix the proportions because the proportion of this house is off. And I think the proportion of this little lake part is off as well. I don't think I'm going to touch the side just because I made the markings so dark. You can't see it. But I made the markings like really dark on this side, so it's going to be a lot harder for me to fix it. And honestly, I can just fix it as I go. And I say that every time and then I don't, but it's fine. But this house doesn't need to be fixed because I'm going to forget to fix it later. And then I'm going to draw the house and it's going to be too small and it's going to piss me off. So that's what we're doing. I also have an interview tomorrow that I have to get ready for. My mind is jumbled, which means we need to get to painting because I'm just gonna keep stressing about life if we don't put a paintbrush to this damn canvas. I think I'm gonna put on some Hallmark movies because I miss Hallmark, and we're gonna just enjoy our night.
What happened to your love of cheese ravioli?
Well,
This man is literally in every single Hallmark movie. Who is he? Stop, who is this man? Oh, bro, who is this man? Who is that? You know what's crazy? A new movie started and I didn't even realize. I thought we were watching the same exact movie. I was like, this is a really long movie. And there's another love interest, whole different movie. I feel like it's the same woman though. I might be wrong. I hate how the black character is always the best friend unless it's a black Hallmark movie. The black character is always the best friend in the Hallmark movie. And I get it, it's just part of the formula, but like, without fail, the black character is always the best friend. Who like brings sanity to the main white blonde woman. And I'm gonna complain about it, but I love Hallmark movies, so I can't complain about it. They're all the same.
Weird and you're not good at it and you want to quit, but just know, I think everyone just try it. The beauty of starting
apologize about the lighting. It's really dreary today, and it has been since yesterday, but it's even more gloomy outside today. And to be honest, I could fix the lighting, but I don't feel like getting out the ring light. So you're just gonna have to suck it up for a bit. I'm just kind of blocking out some stuff. I'm not loving the colors, but to be fair, this isn't the whole color scheme. This is just the color blocking, and then I'm gonna obviously bring more colors into the mountain at some point, and the sky. This isn't gonna be the color. This is just a base color because I think I'm gonna do a textured sky this time around, because I really do want to do kind of a similar sky to that first painting that I did back in 2022, and I really like that sky that I did. And I think a lot of people like that sky. I think that's a lot of people's favorite part. And I've been trying to figure out how to do that sky for a daytime painting, because I know I can do a nighttime painting, but I keep doing daytime paintings, so I keep on trying to figure out the sky for the daytime painting. The only thing is, because I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with it, I think I'm saving it for the end, which isn't the smartest thing. Usually I start with the background first so that I don't mess up the foreground later on, but it's just something I'm gonna have to fix later on and have the patience for, because I really don't know what I want to do with the sky yet. I actually have, I think I've mentioned it before probably a million times, I have an interview at 1. It is currently 10 a.m. I'm gonna start getting ready at 11, so we have about an hour. I don't really know what I want to work on. I think I need to bring out the ring light because I can't even see my own piece. Like, I'm really struggling. I always get to this space before I really start doing any of the details where I'm like, I really hate it and I don't want to do this anymore. But as soon as I start doing the details, it helps me. What I do, and my tip, is to work on one of your favorite parts first, so that it motivates you to do the rest of the painting. So my favorite part is always the trees. It is extremely tedious, but it is so pretty once you start really doing it. Ooh. Well, hello. Welcome back. So I just got back from my interview. As you can see, my hair's all slicked back and nice. It makes me look like I have a big head, but I do have a big head, so. I stopped off at Joann's. I actually ended up getting this from Michael's because Joann's was gonna charge me $55 for this thing. And guess how much Michael's charges me? Guess. You're wrong. It's $30, and that's not even including the coupon. So I got it for $25 or $24, and now I can see my art. And I really like this thing. Like, I haven't used it yet, so I can't really give a review. That's what it looks like, and it moves. But I can see my piece so much better, like better than any other light that I've been using. I gotta go refresh the water and everything. I'm so tired. A part of me honestly just wants the game. And I might. Miso soup! He's such a cutie.
From the moment you wake up, you're on.
Ignore my hair, please. I didn't feel like doing it. I just came back from a 3-hour car drive from Virginia because I go to church there, and I went for a meeting and blah blah blah. I live in Maryland, okay? That drive usually takes an hour and a half. It took 3 hours in the pouring rain, and I couldn't see the road. That has nothing to do with anything. That's just what I just went through. So I've been relaxing for like 2 hours. Anyways, on the drive back, I had taken a look at some trees because at one point I had driven around the storm, and so there was some sunlight, and it was very pretty because I love when you see the blue sky and the storm and they're right next to each other. It's gorgeous. But I had seen these trees, and there were so many of them when I was on the highway, and there's so many trees, and we were like high up, and I was looking down at the trees, but they were like far. And I realized what I don't want to call it my painting style, but the way that I paint my trees, the way that I like to paint my trees, the way I've been practicing to paint my trees, I see where that idea came from. I think it was a subconscious idea that I had come up with, combined with like some styles from other artists, as well as just like the way that I see the world. And I didn't realize that's how I actually saw trees until I was looking at those trees today, because the way that the light was hitting it. And I think I've figured out why I don't like my trees right now. My hair is really sticking up. And so I'm not really gonna get into explaining it too much, just because it's not really gonna make sense to you guys because you're not my brain. But I just wanna let you know of this revelation I've just had about the trees that I paint and why I paint them like that. And I think what it is I need to take it a second slower. I think I need to really take more time on my trees, because a lot of the time, although it's my favorite part of the painting, I rush through it because it takes so long. But I think that I need to let that time marinate. My biggest problem with the paintings that I paint is that they take so incredibly long to make. So it takes a really long time to paint them. And then I don't feel like I could actually sell them for as much as I think that they're worth because of how much time I've put into them. And so I feel like it's a waste of my time. But it's not a waste of my time because I genuinely enjoy doing it and I love doing it. And I love having a finished piece. And if people don't want to buy my work, how expensive it is, I just kind of have to deal with it, because this is my craft and this is my art, and I don't want to dumb it down to appeal to everybody else. And I understand that that's a big part of being an artist, is, I don't want to say dumbing it down, but kind of appealing to your audience more. And not to say I wouldn't do that or won't do that, it's just I'm thinking too much about the money and not about why I'm an artist, why I love to create, because it has nothing to do with money and never did. It's just that I really hate my job and I want to quit. That is the only reason why money is always a question, because I need to live. And so I need to separate my art and my living. What that means for me, I don't know, because I've just had that revelation in this very moment. But we're gonna paint and we're gonna think about it. I don't know if I want to listen to a podcast, watch a YouTube video, or listen to music. And if I do listen to music, it'll most likely be lo-fi, because again, I spent 3 hours in a car, not including the 2 hours it took to get down there, and I'm tired of music right now. So it's 6:40 right now, and I do work tomorrow, so we can only really work for 2 hours, but honestly, 2 hours is enough time for me. Let's get into it. I'm trying to show you guys how it's like orange outside, but every time I go up to the window, it turns back to being blue on the camera. Isn't it terrifying? Doesn't it look like the apocalypse? Summer storms are crazy. I'm so tired. I do have coffee from my job. It's a mocha cold brew with oat milk, I believe, and some almond milk. It was actually a mistake. I messed up a drink. I decided, hey, I guess a second coffee. I don't really like it. I don't really like cold brews very much. I already had a coffee this morning, so this is my second one. And when I tell you coffee just doesn't help me, I'm so tired. This coffee is the exact same color as me. I honestly just came on here to talk so I could motivate myself to start. I want to go lay down, but if I lay down, I might not get back up. Well, part of me wants to go downstairs and play video games. I fell asleep. My red is still wet. It's been like 2 hours and my red hasn't dried. welcome to the end of the video. So I know I didn't finish that painting in this video because this video wasn't supposed to be a painting vlog. It kind of ended up being a painting vlog, but that was never the intention. It was actually just supposed to be a vlog of my week off and then some. Pretty much just the June vlog, pretty much. So that painting is gonna have to be done in another video. I will say I'm filming this in the very beginning of August and I have not finished that painting because I have started other paintings. I have finished some other paintings. So those will be here very shortly. I hope you liked it. This vlog was a little bit all over the place, I understand, I know. But life is all over the place, so it happens. But go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, do the whole shebang, all the 9 yards. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you guys next time.